Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds?
I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck.
Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes.
And distracted driving is getting even worse.
I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving.
Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents.
Hurting almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Who's ready for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school softball? Today's game is brought to you by Trips Flooring, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Burke Schultz Harmon and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Larry DeMarco Team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, Hagerstown Ford, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields & Sons, The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Floor Pools, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, The Palace Lounge, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Murius Group Ameriprise Financial Services LLC, and the Berkeley County Health Department. And now for the pregame show, let's go out to the field and join our broadcast team.
Good evening and welcome out to Musselman High School for West Virginia High School softball action as Musselman taking on Hedgesville here tonight. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Kyler High is our cameraman, and Alec Epperson is back in the studio. Colin, despite some rain earlier, looks like it will hold off and we will be able to get this game in after JV concluded a little bit early, and things look pretty good out there on the field.
They do. They did a good job setting up here for the varsity game. Give them credit for that. It should be a good one between Musselman and Hedgesville here tonight. Looking forward to it. We got to see Martinsburg yesterday. We get to see two new EPAC teams here today, and hope it's a solid ball game.
Our pregame show is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. So, for Hedgesville, Colin, it's a new head coach, but a familiar name, and Matt Fairclough taking over the program. Musselman still led by Coach Brown. Both teams are young, and a lot of new faces that we'll see out there today on the diamond.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see for Hedgesville. It's opening day for them. For Musselman, they had its first game yesterday, so unfortunately it was a tough loss, but now you're back with a team within the state that you've been competitive with in recent history, so we'll see if that is the case here this evening or not.
All right, we'll go ahead and take our first 2-minute break here on the pregame show. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, because that's Cody's with a T for can trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Ugh, leave me alone.
Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, hope to see you at the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show on March 29th and 30th in the Martinsburg Roundhouse to learn about what they provide whenever a loved one has passed away. Their booth number is FS53, which is located just outside the silent auction. Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations is the trusted name in funeral services in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson. Are proudly serving the area since 1880 and are proud to be a part of the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show. Mark Hughes Plumbing and HVAC is here to solve your plumbing and heating problems while meeting your renovation needs. Now serving Berkeley, Jefferson, Hampshire, and Mineral counties. We're a family-owned and operated company that's fully licensed and insured. We can do kitchen and bathroom upgrades and remodels, plumbing, HVAC and light excavation, well pumps, water heaters, and drain clearing. Call 304-620-8013. Mark Hughes Plumbing and HVAC. We look forward to working with you.
We welcome you back here to Musselman High School. We'll now hear from both teams' head coaches. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust if your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Here, Coach Brown of the Musselman Applemen. Coach, season just started, so early thoughts on your team and some things that you're looking forward to about the year.
So, our team is pretty young. We are mainly just freshmen, sophomores. We have a couple juniors and one senior. What I'm excited about is their motivation, their hard work, and how well they have gelled since we just started on their first day of practice. So I'm excited to see what they have in store for us.
And the team did a lot of good things last year, but like you said, kind of a younger team this year. So how are you trying to build on some of that momentum with the program?
My older girls are great leaders. They have encouraged our younger ones, and the younger ones got on board, and they're now just rolling with it. So the older ones are helping the younger ones understand where we were last year and where we're trying to go this year.
Who have been some players that have really stood out to you so far?
My freshman pitchers. They're all freshmen for the first year, and they're just incredible on the mound. They've really stood out. Obviously, my senior, my 10th graders, and my 11th graders, I think they all are ready to produce, and we're going to see great things from all of them.
Hedgesville tonight, pretty solid program overall over there. What will be some challenges that they provide and some things you'll want to see the girls do well today to get the win?
Hedgesville has always been great hitters. That's one thing that we have to come out and be prepared for is solid defense and making sure we don't make errors or mistakes, because if so, they're going to capitalize off that.
Seems like the rain's starting to let up a little bit, but with the wetter conditions out there, how does that affect the play, and what will be some things you'll have to do to make it not be too big of a disadvantage?
Just adjust. We have to adjust to the weather conditions. We have to remember the balls are going to be wet, so we have to make sure we have a good grip when throwing. Running, we could possibly slide, so we just have to keep those things in mind whenever we're at play.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Here with Coach Matt Fairclough, now the Hedgesville softball head coach. Coach, obviously you've coached football, you've coached girls basketball here at Hedgesville. What made you want to take on the softball team?
I coached baseball here before as well, so for me, getting back out on the field and getting around the game that I grew up on, it was an opportunity that popped up and took it.
With you joining the team, what are some of your goals for this season, and what are you looking forward to about being a coach?
I think the biggest thing is competing. I think last year sometimes, they gave up on themselves and stuff like that. But right now, we've had 2 competitive scrimmages against 2 pretty good teams, and we've held our own. We're young. We got 3 seniors. So at the end of the day, it's developmental and make sure we're stacking this thing for the years to come.
When you look at your team, who have been some players that stood out to you so far?
I mean, you got we look at Lexi Brown coming in as a freshman, Chloe Frankhauser is a freshman that's going to be on the mound tonight, Maggie Boyer, Kaylin Dollar. I mean, we go around it. A lot of these girls played last year, got a lot of experience last year for a young team. So at the end of the day, all of them have done really well and adapting to the the new structure of how practices operate and what we expect.
Musselman tonight, they were a team that was pretty good last year, but they are also young. And Martinsburg is young. It seems to be like a lot of the teams right now are pretty young in the area. So what are some challenges that you think that they could provide tonight?
I mean, anytime you play in the EPAC, it doesn't matter what sport you're in. You're facing quality opponents every night, and they're going to put the ball in play. Their pitchers are going to hit spots. I got an opportunity to watch them earlier in the week, and I mean they're going to battle, they're going to compete, and we got to go out and do all the little things right to win.
And rain, obviously, a big part of today's game as well. So just what are some keys when you're dealing with the rain out there to try to prevent that from being a disadvantage?
I mean, we tell them all the time in practice, no excuses. At the end of the day, the ball's going to be wet. It's going to be wet for both of us. The ground's going to get a little soft, and it's going to be soft for both of us. So at the end of the day, it's all about who can shake things off and execute.
All right, guys. Thank you. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to both teams' head coaches. We'll go ahead and take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups and get ready for first pitch here between Hedgesville and Musselman.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Join us for the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show March 29th and 30th at the Roundhouse in downtown Martinsburg, with over 120 exhibits and food trucks on the grounds. Diamond sponsor Pine Creek Structures is once again giving away an outdoor patio set that you can enter to win. This year's silent auction sponsor is the Sean Craig team at ERA Liberty Realty. The 2025 Home Show is the place to see home builders, remodelers, banks and lenders, landscaping companies, heating and air conditioning contractors, and more. Platinum level sponsors include Aspen Home Improvements, City National Bank, and Eastern Panhandle Heating and Cooling. Admission is always free, so stop by the Roundhouse and get information on your next home projects March 29th and 30th. Gold sponsors include Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Hornby Media Group, Jefferson Rentals, Made in the Shade, and Negley's Water. Silver sponsors include CNB Bank and Nicely Done Pools. Visit ephomeshow.com.
Personally, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us for high school softball action as Hedgesville takes on Musselman. We'll now give you the starting lineups, which are brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. We'll start with the visitors, the Hedgesville Eagles. Leading off and playing center field is Maggie Boyer. Batting second, the third baseman, Mila Ortega. Batting third, the second baseman, Lexi Brown. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 7, Kaylin Dollar. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 9, Bryn Miller. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 10, Brianna Hamlin. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 14, Chloe Frankhauser. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 12, Kaylee Shade. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 3, Kayla Burns. And the Eagles' head coach is Matt Faircloth in his first season here in Hedgesville as the head coach. We've, of course, seen him in football. We've seen him in girls basketball. So another Coach Faircloth coached team for Hedgesville High School. The starting lineup for Musselman looks like this. Leading off and playing shortstop, one of the best players in the EPAC, Lydia McClintock, returns. Batting second, the third baseman, Grace Hosletler. Batting third, the catcher, Cameron Mallow. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Avery Bennett. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Allie Hoffman. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Miley Rutherford. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Marissa Washer. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Kaylee Wilson. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Kaylee Brennan. Colin, any other thoughts here before first pitch?
No, I'm looking forward to it. Things are kind of clearing up. You can still see some clouds over the outfield, but looking out behind the third base dugout, the sun's out. Still a few showers going on, but you look out over towards the American flag in foul territory in right field down the first baseline. You got a bit of a rainbow peeking through here, which is nice to see on the first day of spring, Nick.
Yes, and for our starting battery, which is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. For Hedgesville, it'll be Frank Hauser doing the pitching, Burns doing the catching, and for Musselman, it'll be Hoffman doing the pitching and Mallow doing the catching for the Applemen. So Musselman finishing up their warm-ups. Applemen wearing the white jerseys. Green letters outlined in red. White pants as well. And green numbers also outlined in red. So turning out to be a pretty nice day, like you said, Colin. Of course, always good for softball, baseball action, for the weather to be nice tomorrow. We'll have Spring Mills taking on Martinsburg. Those two teams just met in the state tournament for boys basketball.
Yeah, it'll be our first baseball broadcast of season. Obviously, do more baseball than softball, but it's still nice to recognize the girls' sports throughout the sports seasons that we have, whether it be fall, winter, or springtime here with softball. Had a great conversation with a few girls basketball coaches today on the Sports Mix with you. If you missed that, you can go back, listen to it on our Spotify. That link gets shared on our Facebook as well as our
YouTube,
Twitter page, and also on our YouTube as well. It was a great conversation just talking about the state currently of girls basketball in the Eastern Panhandle and how it can improve, obviously, because unlike most sports in this area, it has unfortunately, in my opinion, failed to truly become competitive with the rest of the state like you see in sports such as softball, basketball, football, or boys basketball and baseball.
Yeah, it's the only sport that, at least as a team sport, that hasn't won a state championship outside of boys soccer, and boys soccer has made it to the state championship. So it's definitely been weird to not see a girls' basketball state title run yet. But I think we're getting closer, and I think we had a really productive conversation today on the show, so definitely check that out. But any other thoughts here before the teams take the field? And not, we'll take like a 4-minute break, I think. It's
go right
probably
ahead.
Good, and then we can get the lineups being announced, and then, of course, the anthem, and that should take up about that time. So let's take a 4-minute break and then come back with more high school softball here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com. Most insurance...
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, hope to see you at the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show on March 29th and 30th in the Martinsburg Roundhouse to learn about what they provide whenever a loved one has passed away. Their booth number is FS53, which is located just outside the silent auction. Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations is the trusted name in funeral services in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson. They're proudly serving the area since 1880 and are proud to be a part of the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
What's up with the piano and funny glasses, Robbie? The Circle of what? Oh, you mean Floor Pool's Circle of Wellness event March 29th. Right, they have your entire wellness routine covered. Sweating it out in saunas to detoxify and relax your muscles, soaking in hot tubs for stress relief and improved circulation, swimming in a pool or endless pool for low-impact cardio and fitness, and chilling in cold plunges to boost your immune system and recovery. Yeah, cold plunges. The Circle of Wellness is a combination of therapies that addresses different aspects of your health. You can dive into all the benefits Saturday, March 29th at Floor Pools. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., you can take a swim and check out all the wellness elements to discover how each part of the circle can help you feel your best. Don't forget your swimsuit. I think your feathers qualify, Robbie. Guest swimmers will also be on hand for demonstrations. That's Saturday, March 29th at Floor Pools in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, and Martinsburg. Floor Pools, where relaxation meets revitalization.
We welcome you back here to Musselman High School. Verzolini, Kyle McLaughlin here as we get ready for first pitch. The first pitch is brought to you by the Murius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg today or call 304-263-4343. All right, Colin, we're just about ready to get started. Of course, Hedgesville being the visitors, they'll come to the plate here first. Begin this top half of the first inning, which is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, probably serving our area since 1880. It's Boyer, Ortega, and Brown to lead things off here for Hedgesville.
And as you heard Coach Brown of Musselman say in a pregame interview you had with her, Hedgesville typically known for its offensive firepower, so we'll see how aggressive they are here in their approach under new head coach Matt Faircloth, if they continue to really be aggressive and attacking that first pitch and even more aggressive on the base paths. I wouldn't be surprised if things stay the same in that aspect.
We shall see. We've seen him coach some Little League baseball as well as umpire.
Yes.
So we know he's obviously familiar with a similar sport. But lights are on here at Musselman. Rain has cleared out. It's turned into a nice evening, and Boyer coming to the plate to lead things off, the center fielder. The defense for Musselman, it's, of course, Allie Hoffman doing the pitching. Cameron Mallow behind the plate. Bennett over there at first. Rutherford at second. McClintock at short. Hostetler at third. Wilson, Washer, and Brennan from left to right in the outfield.
You said, "Do you have a glove on?"
McClintock and Rutherford. That sounds pretty familiar up the middle for Musselman.
Yes.
On the baseball side of things.
Yeah.
But get it on the softball field as well. As that pitch misses inside for ball one, and we're underway here at Musselman High School. A little bit of a different look for Hedgesville. These gray uniforms with the blue pants. White numbers, white letters. Next pitch is in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Boyer is low and inside for ball 2. Hoffman, part of this young Musselman team. And the 2-1. Called strike 2 on the lower inside corner.
Yeah, Boyer just trying to figure out the timing here so far. Being patient at the plate, but now I'll have to be cognizant of having 2 strikes against you.
Yep, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is hit a slow roller toward third. Throw from third is in time for the out. Good charge in from the third baseman on a speedy player in Boyer we've seen on our of course in softball over the last few years, and of course in basketball as well. So
yeah, great defense though. You've seen her be able to stretch those to be infield base hits, but great defense to make the bang bang play in the umpire
Ortega,
right on top
lifts
of it.
one or rips one down the third base line. That will be extra bases. It's going to roll all the way to the wall as it's past the left fielder Wilson. And in there at third base is Ortega. Probably a single and an error there on that one, I'd say. But
yeah, I'd say that as well. But as you can see, Coach Faircloth not shy of having his team be aggressive on the base pass, was saying 3 all the way for Ortega, even though that ball was right down the third baseline in left field.
Yeah, typically you don't get a player to third base on a ball hit to left. So good speed out there on the base pass, and now Brown coming to the plate. This is Lexi Brown. Big swing and a miss for Brown for strike 1. Second baseman for Hedgesville. 0-1 count, 1 down, and runner on third for the Eagles. And the pitch slapped out of play. Foul. Makes it an 0-2 count.
No, that's right. They got the out first. That's right. I thought there was 2 runners.
So runner on third. And the 0-2. Fouled away again. Brown trying to just hit one hard on the ground. Of course, it's a 60-foot diamond in softball, and if you hit it deep into the hole, you can probably score from third on something like that with good speed on the bases.
Yeah, you got the middle infield, though, kind of shifting out a little bit to only give a solid option up the middle.
Pitch here a little bit outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Brown.
Guarding the lines are your first and third baseman, especially due to the fact that you've already seen 2 fouled down that third base way. So, really ahead of the pitch.
That pitch is lined into left center field. That will get down for a base hit. That will easily score Ortega from third, and it's 1-0 Eagles on the RBI single from Lexi Brown.
At that time, she was patient, got the timing just right to put that over the shortstop's head and get the RBI single.
So Dollar will come to the plate. Kaylin Dollar. And the pitch to her hit on the ground past the shortstop and into left. So the Eagles pulling the ball here right now and doing what they do, hitting the ball well, Colin. 3 straight singles and 2 runners on now.
Yeah, great start for them here to begin. We'll see if that can carry so we head towards the bottom of the lineup.
So Bryn Miller will come to the plate now, the first baseman. One out, 2 on here for the Eagles, and the pitch is fouled away. A lot of pitches here in this first inning for Allie Hoffman. And it's Hedgesville battling off a few and already have a few hits. And a 1-0 lead. The pitch here. Hit on the ground. Slow roller down the first base line and foul. It's a tough one last night for the Applemen. They were playing against Millbrook. And I believe the final was 22-4.
Yep.
It's all right. So tough one for Musselman last night. And then you get right into EPAC play against Hedgesville. 0-2 count. Pitch is low and outside for ball 1.
Good stop by the catcher to keep the ball in front of her and make sure that the runners stay put at first and second. You could tell they were ready to jump on it if that ball got to the backstop.
The 1-2, that one's hit hard past the second baseman, Rutherford, and into center field. That will score the runner from second. It's 2-0 Eagles as Brown quickly gets in there with the run. And runners on first and second after Miller ripping a single into right field, right center.
Yeah, center fielder didn't have really any chance of getting the runner at home. Tried to get the runner at second, but tag was just too late there.
Yeah, Washer, the center fielder out there for Musselman. That will bring Hamlin to the plate.
Can't tell, but it looks like a light rain might have picked up here again.
0-1 pitch. Hamlin sends a roller to the pitcher, Hoffman, who will throw to third for the out. So the 1-5 on that one leads to the out. Does advance the runner over from first to second. So we still have runners on first and second, but now 2 outs here in the inning.
Yeah, good job by Hoffman. Wanted the double play, but still got the lead runner. She kind of couldn't get the ball fully into her glove while she was scooping it up off the dirt, so the only option was that lead runner.
That one gets away from the catcher, Mallow, and both runners will advance now into scoring position at second and third.
Yeah, that's dangerous. You can't have pitches like that that are wild going to the backstop, especially with 2 outs. As you just said, now 2 runners in scoring position, another ball like that, and you put another crooked number on here instead of only 2, it's 3.
Headlights off in the outfield, please. Headlights off in the outfield. Umpire has stopped the game until the headlights are off.
Got a pause here as car pulling into the parking lot has its headlights on, and got to have those off in the outfield.
Same spot I think we had them on earlier.
Yeah, different car.
Different car. But not the spot you want to park in, I guess.
A lot of people, because of the weather, choosing to watch the game from in their cars, and things have cooled off, so you leave your car running.
Why watch from the car when you can watch it on TV 10? That one hit hard towards short, and they'll throw to first, and they got the tag on the runner from second to third, so that will end the inning either way. So Frankhauser grounds into the fielder's choice. That ends the inning, but Hedgesville gets 2 up on the board, 2-0 Eagles here after the top of the first. We'll be back with the bottom of the first after this. This is West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
When will I be able to retire?
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Muscleman, our bottom of the first inning, is brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area? Call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-250-3551 or visit them online at www.modernrealtyresults.com. Colin, impressive first inning for the Eagles. Definitely a lot of good hits, 4 of them, and we're able to score 2 runs.
Yeah, as expected, the offense is there for them. Now we'll see if the defense can back it up and keep the lead as we get to see Musselman's bats for the first time here this evening.
Yeah, it'll be McClintock to lead things off for Musselman, doing the pitching. For Hedgesville will be Frankhauser, the defense behind her. Burns is doing the catching. Miller down there at first. Brown at second. Dollar at short. Ortega at third. And Shade, Boyer, Hamlin from left to right in the outfield. It'll be McClintock, Hostletler, Mallow to lead things off here in the bottom half of the inning.
Getting off for Musselman, shortstop, number 4, Lydia McClintock.
And McClintock, Colin, has some pop in that bat, so always a dangerous hitter. And Hedgesville starts her with a pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
You mentioned it during the pregame, one of the premier players here in the Panhandle. So, makes sense having her at that leadoff spot, leading by example, hopefully in a positive way for Coach Brown's team.
Yeah, it's a young team, like we talked about in the pregame show, like Coach Brown mentioned to us as well, so not a whole lot of returns, but it is a program that seemed to be headed in the right direction last year, had a lot of good wins. Them and Spring Mills took a big step forward. Seemed like Hedgesville in some ways took a step back last year, as they had kind of consistently been the third team that we would always feel like had a chance to compete in the area.
Yeah, that was the team that you always favored out of the section on that side of things was Hedgesville, but last year it was definitely a lot more competitive, which was nice to see. But see a 4-pitch walk here to begin things.
Yeah, never want that to start an inning or a ball game.
Number 12, third base, Grace Hostetler.
Hostetler will come to the plate here. Now with the runner on first. And there's a first strike of the ball game. Next pitch to the third baseman. It's fouled away. So 0-2 count.
After a 4-pitch walk, you start with this batter now behind in the count 0-2. So seems like things are settling in for the pitcher here right now.
Yeah, Chloe Frankhauser, another freshman in this one, on the mound for Hedgesville, and the pitch is fouled away. So count remain 0-2. 2-0 Eagles leading here, bottom half of the first inning. The Musselman High School. We got a new ball.
That's what's nice about those balls opposed to baseballs. The baseballs are lighter. Once they get red,
The 0-2. And the pitch hit hard on the ground towards short. Eagles trying to turn two. They get the out at second and the out at first. The double play. 6-4-3. Dollar to Brown to Miller. And now there's two gone here in the inning.
Great defensive play there.
That ball was hit perfectly for a double play. You're not going to see that as often in softball with a smaller diamond, but where that ball was hit, it made it, well, it's relatively routine, but still, I mean, for a young team to execute that, you don't see that very often, Colin, so an impressive play. That one fouled down the line from Mallow, resulted in strike one. Especially after a 4-pitch walk. Good bounce back there for the Eagles.
Yep, just got to trust your defense.
0-1 count here, 2 down, 2-0 Eagles. Bottom of the first inning. And the pitch to Mallow is in the dirt for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The catcher for the Applemen digs back in. Frankhauser's next pitch is ripped off the glove of the third baseman Ortega and into foul territory over there in left. And Musselman is on there with the single.
Yeah, tough one there. Probably roll it in error because it did still go off the glove of Ortega, but when it's lined right at you like that and you have to react quickly, it's going to be a tough play to make every time.
Number 18, first base, Avery Bennett.
This one high for ball one to Bennett. 1-0 count. Next pitch here to Bennett. It's a call and strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 count here on Bennett. A runner on first base for the Applemen here with 2 outs and down 2. Frankhauser steps back on the mound, or in the circle, I should say, on the rubber, and delivers a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 with 2 down. That one's high for a ball. Throw back to first. Not in time. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base for Musselman and Bennett at the plate. Frankhauser looks into her catcher, Burns. And the next pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. They're going to say she got a piece of it.
Yeah, home plate umpire says there was a foul ball, so we got to resume with the at-bat. So stays 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yep. So
in the 2-way.
Count remains even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So she got a piece. Did Bennett. And a runner on first. And the next pitch, a little bit high for ball 3, full count. So all of a sudden here, Colin, things have gotten intense. You got the cleanup hitter at the plate, a runner on first, full count, possibly a chance to extend the inning if you're the Applemen.
Yeah, with the runner on first.
The pitch off the plate, ball 4. And Bennett will take first on the walk. Now 2 on for Hoffman, the pitcher. Try to make up for some of the runs that came across in that top of the first inning.
Yeah, trying to spark a 2-out rally here. What looked like was out number 3 has turned into another walk to keep your half inning alive.
And that's 2 possible out number 3s because you had the play down there at third that you felt like Ortega could have maybe hauled in down there as the first pitch here to Hoffman's called strike 1.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
You have maybe a slightly controversial, but obviously the umpire is going to have the best view of it there if there was a foul tip or not. And this one hit on the ground towards second. Brown will throw to first. It won't matter because that will end the inning with the ground out. So, Musselman draws a few walks, but unable to push across any runs. At the end of 1, it's 2-0 Hedgesville. This is West Virginia High School softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Is presented to you on TV 10 by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Back in the studio, Alec Epperson and Kyler High is on camera here tonight. 2-0 Hedgesville. High school softball action for you. Tomorrow we'll have our first high school baseball broadcast of the year. It'll be opening day for Martinsburg. The third game of the year for Spring Mills as they come in 2-0 with wins in both of their matchups against Lewis County yesterday, 12-1 and 9-0. So a good start to the year for the Cardinals, who have been at the bottom of the EPAC the last few seasons. See if they can maybe make some noise this year. Young team last year, so hypothetically they should get better and should be moving up in the standings possibly.
Yeah, we'll see how things go tomorrow. Expect both teams, obviously, best pitchers for the first game of the season. So,
well, it's not the first game for Spring Mills, but it's the first EPAC game. So
yes.
Maybe they save their pitching. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. But it'll be Shade, Burns, Boyer due up for the Eagles here, the 8-9-1. And the 0-1 count is low for ball 1. I'm sorry, 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes. That one's just off the plate for ball 3. It's a Shade, a left fielder, trying to draw a leadoff walk here. And the 3-0. Called strike there on the corner. 3-1.
At the old automatic there on a 3-0.
You'd be swinging away, Colin.
No, never swing on a 3-0.
That one's ball 4. So Shade walks. I just figured you were that good of a hitter that
no.
We'd give you the green light. Noted.
There's probably only a handful of hitters like that you'd give the green light to on a 3-0.
Well, I'll bring Burns to the plate. She tries to lay down a bunt. It's foul. Strike 1. 2-0 Eagles. Pretty good first inning. 4 hits in that first inning. Left a few runners on the base paths, though, as well. But overall, everybody put the ball in play, so that was good to see. And then you draw a leadoff walk here to start the second. This one's hit hard into right field. That will be a base hit for Burns, the catcher, and it's runners on first and second to start the second here for Hedgesville.
Again, opposite field hitting for the Eagles here.
Earlier they were pulling.
Number 2, Maggie
But,
Boyer.
yeah, good opposite field hitting there. And that will bring Boyer to the plate. She started things off of a ground out where she nearly beat it out, and now conversation here between the umpire and head coach Matt Faircloth about some sort of it's going to be the courtesy
runner, yeah. As we mentioned, he's
Okay, thank you.
coaching his first game, so as a softball head coach, didn't know that he needed to come over and tell the home plate umpire about the courtesy runner before he put it out there. So,
yeah, they'll give him a break.
Yep.
But Boyer to the plate, and we got our courtesy runner down there at first. And the pitch to Boyer. She tries to lay down a bunt, but a strike called as she couldn't make contact with it.
and that's frustrating. You've tried to lay 2 straight bunts down now on back-to-back batters. Fortunately, first one still got on base with the base hit, but again, you want those to get laid down so your offense can stay grooving.
Boyer takes this one outside for a ball. Yeah, and with Boyer's speed, she can bunt for a hit. So
Exactly.
That's what you're maybe even trying to do in this situation as well. With the 2 on, you obviously don't want to hit into any outs down there at third or something like that where your lead runner gets out. So next pitch to Boyer, she slaps it up the middle. That will roll to the second baseman, who will step on the bag for the out. Good play over there by Rutherford.
Yeah, great play. That speed of the ball off the bat looked like it might be able to get the gap, but
Yeah,
with
I thought
the
so
wet
initially.
surface possibly still out there after the rain we had, ball slowed down enough for the second baseman to snag it before it hit the grass and stomp on the bag for the force out.
Ortega got things grooving in that first inning, Colin, as you said.
Yeah.
As the runner takes off and takes second. Catcher's indifference. She had a single, then an error out there in left field allowed her to take third. And she was the first runner to come across the score. 2-0 lead here, and she's trying to add to the lead here for Hedgesville. Runner caught over there at third base, but they say that she slid back in time and the bases are loaded.
Yeah, not the best angle for us, but great job sliding back to the bag and avoiding the rundown.
So, third baseman couldn't get her down there at third for Shade, the left fielder, and she slid in safely, and now Lexi Brown will hit, trying to add to her RBI total, already a single and an RBI earlier.
And with the one out, you can see the infield coming in a little bit as well with the bases loaded too to try to get the force out at home if it's a ground ball.
1 ball, no strikes here. And the pitch hit on the ground but foul down that third base line. So strike 1. Bases are loaded here for the Eagles. Down there at third is Shade. Burns, his courtesy runner, is on second. And then Ortega is at first with 1 out here in the inning. The only out coming on that ground ball to second, which was stepped on the bag for the force out. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. And the pitch just misses a little bit high for ball 2. Brown digs back in. Second baseman awaits the pitch from Hoffman. And that's hit out toward left field. That will bounce to the wall. 1 run scores easily. A second it is in as well, and it is 4-0 Eagles on the Lexi Brown 2 RBI double.
A great hit down the third baseline, just stayed fair by a few feet and as you said, one hop the fence.
So, Eagles hitting the ball well here early on. And that will bring Dollar to the plate now. And Dollar lifts this one. Left center field. And it's out of here. A home run, a 3-run shot for Kalen Dollar. And it is 7-0 Hedgesville on the long ball to left center field. And Hoffman's day might be done after that one, Colin.
Yeah, confidence definitely shot at least as you get the meeting here, trying to just kind of reset, calm down. Still plenty of game left if you're Musselman. You don't want to allow this tough top of the second inning to get in your head too much. But great job there with that home run. Great loft. You could see contact made. Kind of dropped that shoulder a little bit to make sure that carry was there. I just got over the left center fence.
Yeah, that was my only question. I knew it was going to at least hit off the fence. The only doubt was, would it quite make it over, and it did. So looks like for now they're going to leave Hoffman out there. But already 7-0 here in this second inning. It's a 5-run inning for the Eagles, and Miller coming to the plate looking to add to it. 3-run home run from the shortstop. The cleanup hitter does her job, and that pitch misses outside for ball 1. Next pitch. That ball's got some carry out toward left field. It's going to be just foul down the line. Chasing after it was Wilson. She couldn't quite get there, but just barely went foul down the line. So opposite field power in Hedgesville. When we talk about them being known for their offense, Colin, there's been no drop-off under head coach Matt Fairclough today.
No, they are not shy to swing it here. If it's in the strike zone, they're hacking and making contact for the most part.
Miller digs back in here on a 1-1 count. 1 out. And the pitch. That one popped up this time over toward third. Tough play for Hosletler, but she makes the catch.
Yeah, great job by using that opposite hand to make sure that she was realizing how close she was to the dugout so she could avoid colliding with it. And made the play. That's what you like to see, especially from a young third baseman.
That one misses outside for ball 1.
It's a great awareness like that you don't always see.
Yeah, like you said, Colin, it's a very young Musselman team, not a whole lot back from last year. This one misses low for a ball. Down there at third. Sophomore. So they only have a few seniors, mainly juniors, and then freshmen and sophomores. But only 3 juniors. So overall, we have 4 upperclassmen, the rest are underclassmen. This one hit on the ground. That will get through the diving Rutherford and into center field for a base hit for Hamlin. So, great inning continues here for Hedgesville, even with 2 outs.
Number 14, Chloe Frankhauser.
Now Frankhauser will come to the plate. A runner on first, and Frankhauser takes that pitch low for ball 1.
Yeah, good eye.
Hoffman steps back on the mound. This one hit toward the third baseman Hosletler, and she'll throw to first in time for the out. but not before. 5 of them go up on the board for Hedgesville. 3 of them coming on the home run from Dollar. And it's 7-0 Eagles as we head to the bottom of the second. This is West Virginia High School softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Welcome you back here to Musselman High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Back in the studio is Alec Epperson. Kyler High is our cameraman. Colin, big inning for the Eagles. 5 runs put up in that last half inning to make it 7-0 here as we head to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, that 3-run home run was huge. Cleared the bases and got that 5 runs up. And we saw the defense strong after the leadoff walk given up in the top of the first to get the double play and hold Musselman to 0 runs. And we're going to try to do so here again in this bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second inning brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. 7-0 Hedgesville, and the pitch here misses inside for ball 1 to our leadoff hitter this inning, Rutherford. It's Rutherford, Washer, Wilson due up.
Yeah, we mentioned the fact that Musselman a young team, so it'll be interesting to see here with this still being early in the season, but an EPAC game, how they deal with this adversity being down 7-0.
Yeah, Hedgesville also pretty young as well, so a lot of new players out there on the field for both teams. This one's hit on the ground toward third. Ortega bobbles it, and now the runner a little bit hobbled, and I believe was out due to that. But that's not good to see as Rutherford limping on her way down.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of see a replay there. I don't know why she started limping, if maybe something got pulled while she was trying to make her way down the baseline, or if maybe that ball hit off of her and just nobody noticed it as it went down the third baseline fair. We'll see if that latter of the argument is the case, if Coach Brown tries to plead that it went off of her, and doesn't look like it, so it'll just be an unfortunate out that looked like it was going to be an error leading to a leadoff runner for the Applemen.
So, tough one there. I mean, we already seen Rutherford, too. I mean, she was diving out on defense, so definitely giving some good efforts out there. So, always tough to see an injury like that. Hopefully everything okay. But as I was mentioning, Hedgesville, pretty young team as well. They only have 2 seniors, and Hamlin and Shade. I'm sorry, 3, and James as well. But most of their team pretty young. They do have 3 juniors as well, and then the rest freshmen and sophomores. So, going to see a lot of these girls for a while here in the EPAC as the count sits at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Washer, the center fielder. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And there's a called strike 3, our first strikeout of the game for either team.
Yeah, pitch just tailed back in off the outside corner. Not the batter looking.
Wilson comes to the plate now. First plate appearance for her. And the pitch with 2 down, hit on the ground towards second. Brown throws to first easily in time for the final out of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Musselman. As we head to the third, our score 7-0 Hedgesville. This is West Virginia High School softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We're back here after the delay due to the national anthem at the baseball field. So we're back here with the continuation of this one. Late start for baseball, right? They're just now playing the anthem.
Yeah, I heard the conversation earlier that they were potentially still starting at 7, but wanted to make sure 100% that the rain was gone, so maybe their field had more damage done from the rain earlier than the softball field had. I don't know. It wasn't over there, so can't really assume that. But, yeah, the JV game started at 4, so they've had plenty of time. But
I didn't realize they're also, of course, playing Hedgesville tonight.
Yes.
But wasn't sure if that one was tomorrow. But for Musselman, they're at South Hagerstown tomorrow. So a little weird that their EPAC game isn't the Friday night. But
that's true.
They of course lost to Millbrook last night 7-5. Tried to make a late comeback. I was staying up to see if I would have to report on a win for the Applemen or report on a loss, and they had, I think, the bases loaded there, maybe at least just 2 runners in scoring position there at the end with 2 outs, but unable to get that run across. So I think they trailed 7-4, were able to get 1 run in, but couldn't complete the comeback. But hey, we'll see how Musselman does this year as well, as EPAC baseball seems pretty wide open. I mean, Jefferson looks like the favorites, but
yeah, they do.
It'll be interesting to see as usual. There's always good baseball in the area, so you never really know what to expect.
Yep, it'll just come down to pitching.
Usually. But we're back to the Eagles hitting, which so far has been the story of the game. 7 runs through 2 innings. We're here in the top of the third. 3-run home run last inning as this one misses high and outside for a ball 2-0 count. There's a Shade here to lead this inning off. She led off the last inning with a walk, and this time I think she got hit.
Yep, and that ball just kept going inside and whacked her right in the hip.
She appears to be okay, though, as she takes first base. And that'll bring Burns to the plate, who had the single. She tried to bunt, though, last time, so we'll see if she tries to bunt here again before she ripped the single into right field. And she does, and she gets it down and fair, and nobody's covering first base. And now Shade is caught in a rundown in between second and third, and they'll tag her out. And now possibly a rundown for Burns, but she's going to head back to the bag. So
and you can see
a little
Coach
bit too
Faircloth.
Aggressive there if you're Hedgesville.
Yeah, frustrated with that because you had the beautifully placed bunt and then the mental error by Musselman of having nobody cover the first base bang, which is still just something to learn as a young team, but the opportunity to have no outs and runners on first and second is now gone off your own mistake to have only one out and a runner on first.
By the way, we didn't shout it out last time, but courtesy runner down there is Applemen. So just want to give her a shout out. She scored the run earlier. This one's hit hard, but right to the center fielder. Boyer will fly out, and it could now turn into kind of a quick inning here, Colin. Already 2 outs.
Yeah.
Number 11.
So Ortega will come to the plate now with a runner on first. 2 gone here in the inning. By the way, our top of the third was brought to you by WV Medicine as Ortega fouls this one off. Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers leading healthcare here and everywhere. Here's the 0-1 to Ortega. That's hit well. Left field going back, and it will land in foul territory. Wilson again chasing after that one. So 2 strikes here on Ortega. Runner on first. 2 outs.
Yeah, that had some pop to it, though. If she can straighten that one out, that's some trouble.
For sure. So far for her, she's reached on she had a single, and then an error allowed her to take third, and then she hit into a fielder's choice her last time. Already the 3rd time through the order for Hedgesville, and Ortega will take this one outside for ball 1.
Yeah, almost looked like it was a pitch out, but no throw down to first.
Boyer's had a slow day for her. I mean, she's gotten out on all 3 of her contact pitches, and despite that, Hedgesville's offense definitely clicking. Ortega sends this one to left, and a good adjustment by Wilson as she possibly overran it a little bit there initially, but came back and made a nice catch out there in left field to record the out. So nearly an error, but it ends up leading to a line out. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Our score still 7-0. Musselman trails Hedgesville. We'll be back in 1 minute with the bottom of the 3rd.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
Football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Our score 7-0 Hedgesville. McPherson alongside Mikhail McLaughlin here as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Great defense by Musselman to end the inning, or maybe not great. I mean, you made the play, but you don't want to take that first step in if you're an outfielder, but still made the play to end the inning, and no runs in that inning for the first time. So now we'll see if the Musselman offense can get that boost thanks to the defense to make this one a ball game as they still trail 7-0 here against Hedgesville.
Bottom of the 3rd is brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today, or visit FMIWV.com. All right, Colin. Bottom of the 3rd. See if the Musselman offense can get going a little bit here. And the first pitch is fouled away.
Hopefully away from my car, too.
I would guess so, but I didn't know really where you parked.
That way.
Okay. Well, no balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch is a little bit high for ball 1.
I didn't hear any reaction, so it probably just went over towards the indoor batting cage.
Most likely. One ball, 1 strike here on Brennan, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, as we mentioned. Hedgesville's been through the order now. They're in the middle of their 3rd time through the order. Musselman's yet to get through the order. So this one misses for a ball. So Brennan battling here, the right fielder. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will bring McClintock back to the plate, who walked her first time.
Another good strikeout.
Shortstop, number 4, Lydia McClintock.
So that will be the 2nd strikeout now of the day for Frankhauser in the circle. And McClintock fouls it off.
Yeah, she's had a good start out on the mound, looking comfortable. We'll see how Musselman adjusts, though. It's 2nd time through the lineup.
0-1 with 1 out. And the next pitch from Frankhauser. Hit hard, but foul. No balls, 2 strikes. It was raining pretty consistently before the game here today. Weather clearing up as the game was about to start. 0-2 count here. That one misses well inside. It seemed like it almost slipped out of the hand of Frankhauser.
Yeah, I think she was kind of going with the off speed, and then the release point changed because of that for her to keep the ball high.
But not a bad waste pitch, I guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one misses outside for ball 2.
Yeah, now you got to regather and find that strike zone once again.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with McClintock at the plate. Like we said, she has home run power and always a dangerous hitter. So 2-2 with 1 out. This one misses low for ball 3. Even though it would be tough after getting ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, to have a walk. If you're going to walk somebody in the Applemen lineup, McClintock's definitely not a bad option, even with a 7-0 lead. But with 1 out, you never want to give him a walk. And the 3-2 misses outside for ball 4. So after an 0-2 count, McClintock still draws the walk, and she's on for the 2nd time here tonight.
Number 12, Grace Hostetler.
Hostetler will now come to the plate. 1 out and a runner on first base. And the pitch. Runner in McClintock faked like she was going down the 2nd, but stays put over there at 1st. And now it's 5 straight misses here for Frankhauser out there on the mound. So she's got to be careful here. I think that's 6 straight. It's 2 balls and no strikes, and the runner in McClintock takes second base as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a timeout here just to calm her down and reset, since that first ball where the release point was off. Almost looks like she's kind of got into her head a little bit and over-adjusted here, finding the strike zone, but now she finally is able to do so.
2-0 is fouled away. Yeah, maybe with the lead being what it is, you don't want to, I guess, make her feel like, you know, I don't know, like you're over worried about it.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
sometimes
fair.
It's
just let her figure it out, I guess.
But
Behind the dugout.
we know John Lowry Sr. wouldn't do that. He would have been out there 6 pitches ago.
Eh. Got somebody else with their headlights on now, so the game's paused.
Yeah.
Nick, your car lights turn on over there?
I didn't park over there. I parked behind all the action. So even if my lights were on, it wouldn't matter. But hopefully they're not, because...
And you have a dead car battery
probably
to find later on.
No, I mean, I have my cables, so...
Yeah, I don't know.
You
It was
would
over.
jump me, right?
I have cables, yeah.
I have mine, as there's
Ooh.
a hit to short in time for the
Good
out.
catch.
So, hey, now you know. Good play by Dollar. She's already had the home run, and now a great catch over there at short.
She's trending towards potential player of the game right now.
But also now everybody knows that if they need a jump, we got them.
Yeah.
For free.
I didn't say that. Just kidding.
That one hit well out toward left field and over the head of the left fielder's shade. And that will one-hop the fence. Runner in McClintock will score from second. And the Applemen are on the board now at 7-1.
Yeah, that was a tough play to make. I don't know how it was out on the field, but as soon as that ball took flight, big gust of wind, at least I felt up here, so if it affected anything out there, that caused the ball to stay a bit higher up than the left fielder could judge as it went over her head, and Musselman gets its first run of the game.
And now we got the timeout. Talk to the pitcher a little bit here with the runner on second. 2 outs, 7-1 game, but Musselman's starting to find it. That was their first hit of the game as well. So,
good one to start with then.
Yeah. They've had a few runners on with some walks, as there's already been 3 walks so far. But hadn't had a hit yet. 2 strikeouts at the plate. He had the hard line out there just a moment ago, so maybe they're starting to figure out Frank Hauser here a little bit here in this bottom of the 3rd inning. But anyway, now coming to the plate, Bennett, cleanup hitter. She walked her first time. Runner on second base here for the Applemen, who trail at 7-1, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 1 on an off-speed pitch. Excuse me. Next pitch runs inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And the 1-1. Misses inside for ball 2.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike.
Good patience at the plate here with the runner in scoring position. Got to change that approach up, making sure you're only swinging at things you like, especially with 2 outs. Don't want to force a play. That had some good velo on it, but still got a piece of it to foul it back. But now you got those 2 strikes on you. So readjust. And just try to stay alive. Extend this at bat and get on base. Get the rally going if you're Musselman.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Runner on second for the Applemen in the next pitch. Called strike 3.
That you can't have.
Bennett goes down looking. The 3rd strikeout of the day for Frank Hauser in the circle. Our score at the end of 3, 7-1. Hedgesville leading Musselman. This is West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 1 minute.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why owners just do more no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Welcome you back here to Musselman High School, 7-1. Hedgesville leading Musselman as we head to the top of the 4th so far, Colin. It's been a entertaining game. Seen a lot of good things from the Eagle offense. Applemen able to rally a little bit there in that third inning to get a run across, but overall, Hedgesville's been very impressive. And Lexi Brown, who's about to come to the plate, she's also, I would say, in contention for our player of the game so far.
Yeah, this is a dangerous part of the lineup. Musselman, though, was able to quiet Hedgesville's offense for a half inning. If he can do that here again, that'd be huge and potentially continue to chip away. But easier said than done, right? This Hedgesville team's been impressive. That's why they have the 7 runs to start in those first 2 innings they played. And this is the part of the lineup that's done the heavy duty. So we'll see if they can continue to stay aggressive and make contact if they like the pitch.
Yeah, Brown trying to hit for the cycle. She's got a single and a double so far, so we'll see.
Wow.
And 2 RBIs.
A triple and a home run needed still.
Yeah, those are the harder ones.
That is true.
The 0-1 popped up to the shortstop, McClintock, and she'll make the catch for the out. So they get Brown for the first time here today, and that will bring Dollar to the plate. Single and a home run for her.
Number 7, Caitlin Dollar.
Good communication by McClintock calling off the outfielders. As that had the hang time for them to come into shallow left center to make the play, but she made sure that they were aware that that play was all hers to be made.
Yeah, well, she's one of the more experienced players on the team. Dollar again lifts it out to left center field, and again it's out of here. Her second home run of the day. That one going even farther, a no-doubter to deep left center field.
Can I say it, Nick?
Dollar, dollar.
Ching, ching, bling, bling, dollar, dollar. If you ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter.
And the home run from Dollar, her second of the game. And
here comes the money.
Yeah, seriously, barring any sort of crazy comeback, she's going to be our player of the game.
Oh, yeah.
2 home runs. You don't see that very often.
Just like that home run. That's a no-doubter right now.
Yeah. Same spot, pretty much. Just hit it a little bit farther that time. So Miller coming to the plate here, and 8-1 our score. Solo shot. 1 out here in the inning.
Number 9, Bryn Miller.
Had a delay for something, not sure what
I don't know
the case
either.
was.
Looked like the umpire was maybe talking to Coach Fairclough about something. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know.
But here we are here at 8-1. And pitch misses outside for a ball to Miller. Miller has a single, an RBI, and a flyout so far. And she's got 1 ball, no strike count here. Hoffman remains out there for the Applemen. A little bit surprised they haven't made a change, but like we said, it's a young pitching staff, a young team. And Coach Brown, she likes her pitchers. She thinks there is some potential there. But obviously, early in the year, it's going to be tough.
Did you say Hoffman's still pitching? She's not pitching.
Oh, okay. They did make a change, it looks like.
She came in last time.
Shank.
Shank came in to pitch.
Hoffman's at first.
Did see it as 11 now, so I did notice, but it then just didn't have the roster in front of me. So
there you go.
Hoffman now at first. Shank doing the pitching.
Our apologies there.
She's a freshman too, though.
Swing and a miss there for strike 2. Two, 1 out. And the next pitch. And Miller sends that one into left field. That gets away from the outfielder Wilson and will roll to the wall, and Miller's thinking 3. And she's in there standing up at third base. Probably a single and possibly an error out there and left with the dive attempt.
Yeah, I don't know. The way it looked from my viewpoint was the reason why she dove for it was just because it took a awkward hop off the grass out there, not an even left field grass A little bit of a divot that ball found to kind of take that wild hop and evade the dive as a result.
Yeah, we'll give her the triple one.
Yeah.
Might have even been able to send her there if you really wanted to, but probably would have been the smart decision.
Yeah, would have had to have been a Little League home run, which means obviously a result of a bad throw home.
0-1 count here on Hamlin. And the next pitch. That one lined up the middle. That will easily score that run from third as that one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Hamlin has a stand-up double.
Great throw from the center fielder, though, avoiding the cutoff and got it straight to second. That was a bit closer than I thought. No slide. Good stand-up RBI double nonetheless. And the offense is once again reignited here for Hedgesville.
Yep, 9-1 our score now as the Eagles get the RBI double. And that's why you don't send the runner in that situation with only one out.
Yes.
Play it smartly and allow your offense to pick her up behind
Yeah,
her.
as we said, this is the part of the lineup that's done the damage, so you don't want another base running mistake like you had earlier.
Yeah, Frank Hauser so far, she's hitless, 0 for 2. Compare ground outs for her. And then really, other than that and Boyer being hitless, everybody else has gotten on base and contributed in some fashion. So Frank Hauser, the pitcher, sends this one up the middle, and she's now on base.
That's an error, unfortunately, for the freshman on the circle, or in the circle.
So now Shade will come to the plate. She has reached base to both of her appearances out there. They're going to get the courtesy runner now for the pitcher. As Shade walked her first time, she was hit to lead off this, last half inning. Back in the third. We're here in the top of the fourth.
Yep.
Which I don't remember if I said our sponsors again. Our fourth inning brought to you by the Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. As that pitch misses for a ball.
Yeah. There you go. That time as she squared the bunt but pulled the bat back. But you like seeing they learned from the previous mistake. The infield corners came in. The middle infield went to cover the first and third base backs.
And the 1-0 to Shade misses outside for ball 2. 2-0 count here. So overall, been impressive offensive day for the Eagles. That one misses low for another ball. Runners on first and second for Hedgesville. Yesterday we were at Martinsburg. We saw the Berkeley Springs Indians go in there and get the win. So, second softball game here of the year. That one misses for ball 4. And the bases are loaded for the number 9 hitter, Burns, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles.
Yep, and we'll have a few others scattered throughout the spring season here for you on TV 10, WRNR TV on the infield, and with the bases loaded, that is dangerous if it's fair of potentially inning-ending twin killer.
It's true. Don't want anything like that here if you're Musselman. Or, I'm sorry, Hedgesville.
So you do want it if you're Musselman.
Yes, for sure. This one hit hard on the ground, throw to third instead of the throw home.
Yeah.
So they give the run up, but they get the out there at third, maybe an easier out, but you do give up the run to make it 10-1. And now 2 outs here in the inning for Boyer.
You're not sure in that case.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe she just felt like it was an easier throw for her to make from where she was charging in from, but yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it was just one of those things where you're maybe not aware of how many outs or whatever the case may be.
Number 2, Maggie Boyer.
Yeah, you just got to be situational awareness. If bases are loaded, you got to communicate it. Hey, play it home.
Yep. Boyer comes to the plate here, 0-1 count on her. She is hitless so far, but she has put the ball in play each time up, and she'll do that here again. A tough one out there, but it's going to go foul. Would have been dangerous in that kind of Bermuda triangle in right field of the second baseman, right fielder, and the first baseman all chasing after it.
Yeah, you can see the wind now. If you look at the American flag in between the baseball, softball fields, blowing that direction, so that tailed that ball down the first baseline and foul.
Well, you can't see that on TV 10, Colin.
Well, that's why I'm telling them. Got to paint the picture, Nick. That's my job.
Actually, you're to fill in the lines.
Well, but I want to paint the picture.
Well, you can do that tomorrow night when Tripp lets you.
Okay.
But 1-2, 2 on, 2 outs. And the pitch. This is outside for a ball, 2-2.
I thought you were supposed to be the author and I was the illustrator.
Yeah, I guess, kind of. I always looked at it as play-by-play guy paints the picture and the color guy colors in the missing parts.
Coloring it in is painting the picture, no?
I guess. I don't know. You're getting too technical on me.
Yeah.
But thank you for helping the audience know where the flag is here at Musselman High School. 3-2 count, 2 down. And the pitch to Boyer. Lined into center field, and that one caught by Washer. That will end the inning, but Hedgesville puts more up on the board, 3 of them in that inning. It's now 10-1 Eagles. We head to the bottom of the 4th. This is EPAC Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you back here, bottom half of the 4th inning between Musselman and Hedgesville here in EPAC Softball. Our bottom of the 4th is brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, Kyler High, our cameraman. Alec Epperson back in the studio. It's 10-1. Hedgesville leading Musselman. Another home run for Dollar, Colin. And that helped add to that 3-run inning for the Eagles.
Yeah, that one a no-doubter that time around. So
she hit it off that ramp out there in left center field that gets you up to those center field bleachers. The first time she hit it and it landed just in front of the ramp, and then the second time she hit it off of the ramp. So I don't know exactly the distance on it, but pretty far.
Enough to be a home run.
Enough to be a home run, yeah.
Which I believe outfield typically 200 or so feet, so.
You would know. You measured before the game.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Would have been cool, I guess. But 1 ball,
it was
1
raining.
strike. Yeah, well, you're a hard worker.
And there was a JV game being played.
Hoffman here at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There was a little bit of downtime.
We had to set up for this, though. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And the pitch.
Ooh.
Had to take out our coach.
Almost.
But just a long foul ball.
Got dodgeball being played.
Oh, I don't blame her. You got to get out of the way. Right?
Yes. Yes, you do. You don't have a glove, get out of the way.
But back here to Hoffman, who's 0 for 1. She grounded out her first time. awaits the 2-2 pitch from Frank Hauser. That one's a little bit low for ball 3. So full count. And the 3-2 misses for ball 4. Fourth walk of the day drawn by Musselman. So positive there that they've been able to draw some walks. As Rutherford comes to the plate.
Number 8, Bella Belcher.
Excuse me, yeah, Rutherford out with the injury. So, new hitter here.
That one, a swing and a miss for strike 1.
It's going to be Belcher. And Belcher sends this one toward third. That's going to be a fair ball. Runners will advance. And it's runners now on first and second here as Belcher ends up reaching.
Yeah, another tough one for Ortega that went down the line, and she made contact with it in fair territory and bounced off the glove and rolled over to the dugout in foul territory.
Yeah, not sure if it would have been foul or not, but ends up fair, and now we have runners on first and second, and that one's low for a ball.
Number 2, center fielder, Marissa
here to Washer. So Washer hitting. 1-0 count. And the 1-0 is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Washer. Nobody out for Musselman here, Collins, so possibly an opportunity to get something going.
It's been the best start to an inning they've had today, if I'm not mistaken.
This one misses low for a ball, bottom of the 4th. Yeah, I guess besides maybe the last inning when you had a walk, a line out, and then a RBI double. But didn't do much after that, obviously. And the next pitch hit on the ground toward Ortega at third. She'll step on the bag for 1, throw to first in time for the double play. So Washer grounds into a 5-3 double play. That's tough.
Yeah, but if you're Hedgesville, you're happy. Ortega able to make the play.
Get some more runs on the board. The next pitch hit hard into right field and foul down the right field line.
Yeah, unfortunately, for us, couldn't really tell pulling the way on the camera down that first base line, but umpires got the vantage point from down below, called it foul. So, there you go.
Yep. So, foul ball down the line leads to just a long strike.
Mm-hmm.
And
keeps the runner
outs.
at third.
Here's the next pitch from Frank Hauser. That's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah. 10-1. Hedgesville leading Musselman here at Musselman High School. Bottom half of the 4th inning between the Eagles and the Applemen. 2 teams split last season's series. And this one misses low for ball 2. It's count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good job by Burns to keep it in front as she let one get away earlier that allowed the runner Belcher to advance to third. And here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. Got her looking to end the inning.
That's twice now, back-to-back innings on a 2-2 count. You get caught looking to end the inning for Musselman.
So that will end it, and that will send us now to the 5th inning. Our score, 10-1. Eagles leading the Applemen. This is West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Join us for the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show March 29th and 30th at the Roundhouse in downtown Martinsburg, with over 120 exhibits and food trucks on the grounds. Diamond sponsor Pine Creek Structures is once again giving away an outdoor patio set that you can enter to win. This year's silent auction sponsor is the Sean Craig team at ERA Liberty Realty. The 2025 Home Show is the place to see home builders, remodelers, banks and lenders, landscaping companies, heating and air conditioning contractors, and more. Platinum level sponsors include Aspen Home Improvements, City National Bank, and Eastern Panhandle Heating and Cooling. Admission is always free, so stop by the Roundhouse and get information on your next home projects March 29th and 30th. Gold sponsors include Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Hornby Media Group, Jefferson Rentals, Made in the Shade, and Negley's Water. Silver sponsors include CNB Bank and Nicely Done Pools. Visit ephomeshow.com.
Score 10-1. Eagles lead the Applemen. McVerzolini alongside Mikhail McLaughlin as we head here to the top half of the 5th inning. And Hedgesville looking to add to its 9-run lead. Our top of the 5th is brought to you by the CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be the owners who just care more. So, Colin, it's been a very impressive offensive outing for Hedgesville. And we're back to pretty much the spot in the order with most of the damage. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here: Ortega, Brown, and Dollar. Ortega started the offensive rally. She scored a run in that first inning after a single and an error that allowed her to advance all the way to third base. Since then, she's reached on a fielder's choice and lined out to left field as this one misses inside for a ball. And then we saw Brown have an RBI single, an RBI double. And she flew out. And then Dollar, who's been definitely our player of the game so far, a 3-run home run, and a solo shot for her. So 2 home runs and a single. She's due up to hit third here this inning. And this one a slow roller towards short. McClintock fires the stretch from Hoffman. Not in time, and Ortega will beat it out for an infield single.
Tough play. Great hustle.
They'll bring Brown to the plate. Lexi Brown.
Still, you like seeing that the throw wasn't overthrown because of how close of a play it was going to be. It was still right on the money. First baseman did have to stretch out a little bit, but
Brown
it was
lays
there.
down a perfect bunt. This time, though, Musselman able to cover first base, but throw not in time. Throw back to second. And Hedgesville safe down there at second, so they got 2 on here for Dollar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking here. With her already having 2 home runs today, do you just put her on base, but at the same time, do you want to load the bases with nobody out? And they're going to take the risk and intentionally walk Dollar.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of...
I mean, yes, that is the ploy that you see, but it's already 10-1 here. Yes, I get that you don't want it to get any worse, and she's been the best bat so far for Hedgesville, but they're still dangerous behind her. And
for sure. But
I don't know there. It's the coach's decision, so not going to question it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're down 9 either way, so might as well, I guess, see if you can get some outs and load the bases. It does make it a little bit easier, but Miller's going to send that one up the middle on plate 2. So the Eagles now lead it 12-1.
I don't think she touched home plate.
Oh, well, she better now. Now she did.
Yeah. Good eye by Coach Faircloth. I saw that as well. She missed home plate. Way to be a good coach over on the third base side and make sure your player realized, hey, you missed that. Go back now.
Well, now it's 12-1. And RBI single there from Miller. Hamlin now to the plate, and she's also done some damage. Runners go back to their bags. A single and an RBI double her last time for Hamlin, the right fielder. So you're right, Colin. There's still been plenty of damage done. And I kind of wanted to see if Dollar could just do it again, just because she's got back-to-back home runs to left field. She had one that landed in front of the ramp, one that landed on the ramp. I wanted to see if maybe she could hit it over the ramp.
Yeah, 3 home run games are cool. You don't see them too often at any level. So
I've never seen that at the high school level.
Yeah.
Now we don't have to see every softball game, but still. See maybe a few 2 home run games over the years doing softball. As this one hit well out towards center field, making the play on the run is Washer. Will be deep enough to allow Dollar to tag up and score. Extend the lead to 13-1. But there's an out.
It's all right. You'll take a sac fly RBI here. You're just trying to extend that lead and then end the game in the next half inning with a mercy rule.
Yeah, now we're well past it here at 12 runs. This is low in the dirt for ball 1 here to Frank Hauser, who's pitched well on the mound. She reached on an error her last time. Hitless, though, so far. And a runner on second base, and Frank Hauser sends on the ground toward third. Muscleman throws the first over to Hoffman. Could be a double play, but they can't quite make the catch over there at third. Other than that, though, pretty good play from Musselman.
Yeah, that was a lot closer than I thought when you're having to throw across the diamond both ways.
So 5-3 ground out, and no runs come across there. As sliding in safely is Miller down there at third. And now Shade back to the plate. She has reached on all 3 of her plate appearances with a walk, a hit by a pitch, and a walk. And now Shade sends this on the ground towards short. McClintock throws the first in time for the out. But we see some more runs put on the board for the Eagles. 3 of them. It's now 13-1 as Shade crowns out to end the inning. Our score 13-1 Hedgesville. Will take a 1-minute break and return with the bottom of the 5th.
Join us for the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show March 29th and 30th at the Roundhouse in downtown Martinsburg, with over 120 exhibits and food trucks on the grounds. Diamond sponsor Pine Creek Structures is once again giving away an outdoor patio set that you can enter to win. This year's silent auction sponsor is the Sean Craig team at ERA Liberty Realty. The 2025 Home Show is the place to see home builders, remodelers, banks and lenders, landscaping companies, heating and air conditioning contractors, and more. Platinum level sponsors include Aspen Home Improvements, City National Bank, and Eastern Panhandle Heating and Cooling. Admission is always free, so stop by the Roundhouse and get information on your next home projects March 29th and 30th. Gold sponsors include Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Hornby Media Group, Jefferson Rentals, Made in the Shade, and Negley's Water. Silver sponsors include CNB Bank and Nicely Done Pools. Visit ephomeshow.com.
Looking to close the door on the Applemen here. 13-1 our score. Eagles leading as we begin the bottom half of the 5th inning. Between Musselman and Hedgesville, Nick Verzolini alongside Mikhail McLaughlin. Our bottom of the 5th, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. So for Musselman, they're back at the top of the order. I'm sorry, they're at the bottom of the order. 9-1-2 due up. Brennan, McClintock, and Hostetler. Pitch here to Brennan. Fouled straight back into the fence.
I got it.
Strike 1. I don't think you would have caught that one, to be honest.
Well,
it's hit pretty hard.
There was a fence there, so we'll never know.
True, yeah. That one misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And a press box wall, too, if we're being technical.
Yeah, and a lot of things. The 1-1 fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, Brennan, her last time she struck out. You talked about, Colin, of course, the striking out with 2-2. It was also Brennan who fell victim to that back in the 3rd. And the next pitch hit on the ground toward the pitcher, Frankhauser, who will throw to first in time. No, not in time. I thought they had her by about a half step, but not according to the umpire.
Yeah,
So
like to see the replay, but don't get that opportunity.
Not sure if our angle would even really show it for certain.
Yeah, there is one pole kind of covering that. But
well, either way, I mean, the best angle would be to have a camera down there on the first baseline, but we really didn't have a place to set that up.
Maybe another day when it's not raining.
That's true, yeah. I don't even know, though, if the fence is really high down there or what the case is, so. Yesterday would have been perfect, though, with how the bleachers are there at
That's
Lawrenceburg.
true.
But
almost a pickoff attempt off the pitch, but good slide back in safely head first.
2-0 count. 13-1 our score. Musselman trails Hedgesville, and they're at the plate trying to rally back here. McClintock, she is reached on both of her plate appearances. 2 walks for her, and we'll have a little conversation from Hedgesville as it's a 3-0. They might walk McClintock again here unintentionally.
Yeah, we'll see. You got to have a big inning, though, if you're Musselman, as we know. In the 5th, Mercy rule is 8 runs now, so 12-run game right now.
Yeah, definitely would take a huge rally, but you never want to underlook, or I
That's
should
true.
say overlook anybody. So
That's true.
And you're at the top of the order now, so if the rally is going to happen, it feels like this could be the moment for Musselman. And the pitch is lined into right field. That will get down for extra bases. McClintock is flying into second. She's going for 3. The runner will score from first. And Lydia McClintock with an RBI triple, and that's why you're so careful of her. And, hey, 3-0 count. She's one of those players that gets the green light, Kyle.
That's true. She is, and for a good reason, getting that RBI triple. Ball took its time kind of getting back into the cutoff, which allowed her to round second and head to third as well. There were no errors. It was just a delayed getting of the ball because of how well it was hit, and then it rolled into the corner down that first baseline.
So 13-2 now our scores. The pitch misses inside to Hosletler. And the pitch hit hard on the ground towards short. It's off the glove of Dollar, and now will score Lydia McClintock from third. It's now 13-3.
Yeah, you got to check if Dollar's okay after that hit her glove. It whacked her in the shin. So she's favoring that leg a little bit.
But the run comes in to score. Hopefully Dollar all right. She's already had 2 home runs, so you definitely don't want any injuries there, and they're going to come out and talk to her. Well, talk to the pitcher, I should say.
Yeah, it's smart. It gives your team time to reset itself as well, refocus here. Huh? There you go.
So we'll go ahead and take a 30-second break, and we'll give you the pitching change when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole...
Located at 1250 Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361. All right, 13-3 our score. Boyer now the pitcher, Colin, and let's see if she can wrap this one up for Hedgesville.
Yeah, Musselman, though, has had its best inning here so far, trying to keep this game going and avoiding a mercy rule loss. So 2 runs so far. A new pitcher, though, will change the timing. We'll see if that benefits Musselman or not. But no outs and base runner on, so still at a good part of the lineup for the Lady Applemen, too. Pressure's on for Boyer to come out and immediately throw strikes. You don't want any more added pressure with other base runners on for your defense to have to deal with.
Yeah, she pitched a good bit last year. She's working on putting her face mask on. And she's got it, so ready to go here. With the catcher Mallow at the plate, and Mallow pops the first pitch up, but it's going to head out of play. So, strike 1. No outs here. A runner on first for Musselman. A 13-3 lead for Hedgesville, bottom of the 5th. Eagles trying to put her away and win it by the run rule. It's an 8-run rule at this point, so if Musselman can score 3 more, then they'll end the run rule and continue the game. If they don't, then Hedgesville gets the victory and starts the year 1-0. 1-1 count here as that pitch missed for ball 1. And Mallow pops this one up. This one's in the field of play. And coming over making the catch there is Miller, the first baseman. Excuse me, now that's Frankhauser over there at first. But Miller's gone to the outfield. Might be shade there in center. I'm not exactly sure, though.
I can't tell either from my viewpoint.
But we wait here with 1 out now in the inning. And the next pitch to Bennett is a big swing and a miss. Excuse me, now into the game and hitting in this spot is our pitcher. So it is Lily Shank. Shanks fouls it straight back. So 0-2 count on Shank, 1 out, and runner on first base for Musselman. Boyer's next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Boyer gets the strikeout, and Hoffman comes to the plate now.
Number 10.
Now the first baseman, she started the game in the circle. 2 outs. And Hoffman pops this one up in the infield. Catcher calls off everybody, but it's in foul territory. She's unable to make the catch. That's a tough play for your catcher.
Yeah, it's a tough play. You kind of got to almost backpedal instead of running the way she was, because of the way behind home plate the ball's going to go up and come back towards the field of play. So you want to be having your back as if you're in the outfield, having that ball come towards you instead of away from you when you're trying to make that play.
Yeah, that might have been what Coach Faircloth was trying to communicate to her, or maybe even see if somebody else can charge in on it a little bit easier. But that one hit hard into right field. Hoffman has a base hit. The Applemen continued there. A little bit of a rally. Runner was closer there at second to leaning off the bag, but no play.
Yeah, she rounded second and was looking at Coach Brown to see if she was waving her to third or not, and when she realized she wasn't, she tried to go back, and next thing you knew, the ball was being thrown, so she had to slide back.
So Hoffman with her first hit of the game, and now Belcher to the plate. She reached on error in her only plate appearance, as Rutherford left the game injured earlier, so here's a swing and a miss for strike 1, though, to Belcher. Boyer in the circle in relief of Frankhauser, who gave him a really good start here tonight. In this EPAC matchup, Hedgesville's leading here 13-3. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 gone. And the next pitch comes from Boyer. That one's fouled away.
Yep, out of play.
So now 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Musselman. 13-3 our score. Belcher at the plate for the Lady Applemen. And the 1-2 from Boyer just misses outside for ball 2. Throw back to Boyer, gets a little bit away from her, but good job by Dollar to recover it and flip it over to her. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on for the Applemen. Trying to extend things here on this 13-3 ball game in the 5th. That one's lined but foul and out of play. So Belcher definitely battling at the plate. Boyer trying to end the inning and end the game.
Another 2-2 count for Musselman.
Yep.
Past 2 innings, they've taken a strike 3 looking on these 2-2 counts to end things.
Here's the next 2-2, and it's a little bit high and inside for ball 3. So it's a full count with 2 outs.
That almost looked like it was going to be a third one. I went upstairs.
Yeah, a little bit inside as well, I believe.
Yeah.
But pitch now from Boyer, low for ball 4. The bases are loaded. So the Applemen have loaded the bases for Washer, who struck out looking and grounded out so far.
That's the case here when you put a new pitcher in, trying to see what she can do in this situation. So far there hasn't been any damage done, but Musselman on the verge of creating that damage and avoiding a
This one lined into center field, and it's off the glove of the center fielder. 2 runs are going to score. The Applemen are going to score a third as well. It's a bases clearing double for Washer, and that makes it 13-6.
That it does, which means no mercy rule. Great job there by Musselman to keep this game alive for them, and the offense has come alive.
Our new center fielder out there with Boyer doing the pitching didn't quite charge in on it well enough. And a 3 RBI double from the 7th-hole hitter, Washer, will now bring Wilson to the plate with a runner on second. So this one's not over yet either, just a 7-run game at 13-6. A little bit high there for a ball. So a lot of things quickly going the Applemen's way here in the 5th, Colin. Saw the pitching change, a swing and a miss for a strike. And I mean, obviously that one not really on Boyer. I feel like you probably should have saw it possibly played out there. I mean,
yes.
It was tough to tell exactly, but had just a few weird things happen. Of course, you had the pop fly in the infield to the catcher Burns that she couldn't track down.
You've had the opportunities to end the game, but you failed to do so if you're Hedgesville, so you got to play on, stay focused, and make sure Musselman's rally ends here. Musselman has the momentum right now.
5-run inning here for Musselman. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and we'll head to the 6th. Our score, though, 13-6, as a 5-run inning for Musselman rallies them back, and they get it to a 7-run game. This is West Virginia High School softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
More softball for you, as it looked like possibly we were going to see this one end early, but Musselman would rally here in the bottom of the fifth. The plate 5 runs on the board to make it a 13-6 ball game. The bases clearing double from the Applemen in that last half inning, coming off the bat of Washer to plate 3 and make it a 13-6 ball game after Hedgesville had been cruising to 13-1 entering that last half inning, but we are still playing here in the top of the 6th, and it looks like we're going back to Hoffman in the circle. You can do that in softball. You'll see players re-enter, and they can re-enter on in the circle as well. So Hoffman's back in pitching, and you'll see that from time to time. Like I said, as this one's hit on the ground towards second, throw to first in time for the out. Our top of the 6th, though, brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first, and Maggie Boyer now coming to the plate, who's hitless, 0 for 4, but this is the 5th time now through the order, as that was Burns who grounded out to begin the inning here, and Boyer will take this one outside for a ball.
I turned that heat on, just a heads up. You might feel it coming out that night.
Ground out there from Burns back to the top of the order now as Boyer takes this one inside for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. As Hoffman steps back into the circle. Now this one hit up the middle. There's a ground ball towards short. Throw to first in time for the out. So Colin, we now have seen the re-entrance of Allie Hoffman, and she's done well. Getting a pair of ground outs here to begin the inning, and Ortega coming to the plate.
Yeah, as I said in that last half inning, the momentum's kind of shifting towards Musselman. It'll just come down to, will it be enough?
Yeah, it's going to be tough to score 7
right
in just 2 innings and 6 outs to work with, but
you just scored 5.
Yeah, you just scored 5,
so.
and I mean, you definitely have some momentum. But like we said, like with the change that we just saw with Hoffman coming back in, Hedgesville could do something similar if they wanted. This one runs inside on Ortega. As Boyer grounded out there. Ortega so far, 2-hit day for her. 2 for 4 at the plate. 2-0, 2 outs, and the next pitch popped up, but out of play. So definitely a lot of craziness here in our second softball game, first EPAC matchup of the season that we've had for you. And the next pitch runs inside, hits off the helmet of Ortega, and she'll take her base.
Whacked the helmet so hard it looked like a foul ball. Hopefully she's okay. It looks like she is.
Yeah, she seems fine.
I mean, he only went down to first, but I don't think I've ever seen a hit by pitch come up and hit the backstop almost at the top of it like that before.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that or not, but this one hit hard by Brown on the ground, though, and it's thrown to first in time for the out. So best inning defensively of the game for Musselman right after their big bottom of the 5th. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Our score, 13-6, our score. This is West Virginia High School softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the third leading cause of cancer-related deaths in men and women, yet it is one of the most preventable cancers. The American Cancer Society recommends screening at age 45 to 75 or younger if you have a family history or at an increased risk. Early detection through screening can save your life. For more information, call WV Medicine Gastroenterology Martinsburg at 304-596-6893.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Colin McLaughlin, Kyler High, our cameraman back in the studio, Alec Epperson. Colin, as we head to the bottom of the sixth. It's turned into kind of an interesting game. It's only 13-6 here, and like we said, 7 runs would be tough, but you do have 6 outs to work with, and they were able to rally for 5 in that last half inning, so anything possible here is the bottom of the 6th, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com.
Number 1, Kaylee Brennan.
So we're to Brennan now in the lineup for Musselman. Brennan so far here at the bottom of the order, a strikeout and a single. She came around to score as well to start that rally in the 5th. So see if she can start a rally here. The 1-0. Low for ball 2 as Boyer still doing the pitching out there for Hedgesville. You saw Frankhauser start and pitch most of the game, and then Boyer came in there late to try to end the 5th, and she had it down to 2 outs. The ball played out towards center field, which is Boyer's natural position, so she wasn't out there to make the play, obviously. And, maybe a play that could have been made out there in center. Not exactly sure who's taking over for her. Unfortunately, we don't have access to that, and I don't think on Game Changer. Do we, or do we?
We should.
Okay, then let me look, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, it should say who's in center field.
Yeah, I knew that the box scores weren't showing up anymore for whatever reason. So,
but when game's currently being played, yeah.
This one's popped up in the infield. Boyer will make that catch for the first out.
She didn't even have to move.
No, she did not.
Now you got the leadoff batter coming up once again for the Applemen.
Number 4.
So it looks like Miller went to center from first. Talk about versatility.
Yeah.
You know many first basemen that can play center?
No.
Well, McClintock will send this one over the head of the right fielder, Hamlin, and off the fence. McClintock's already got 1 triple, and she's in there with a second. She's good.
Yes. That was pure speed, thinking 3 all the way as that one sailed over the right fielder who came in first yet again. You can't be doing that in the outfield. You got to take that first step back, but she misjudged it in the air, and that forced it as a result to go off the fence and be a triple with 1 down here. So another opportunity for Musselman to chip away at this Hedgesville lead.
There's a swing and a miss for Hosletler there for strike 1. So McClintock with the triple, her second triple of the game. She's got 2 walks as well as an RBI. And the 0-1 swing and a miss for strike 2 as Boyer.
Good changeup.
Some good pitches here.
Yeah. Changed the speed and messed with the timing now.
0-2, 1 away. The next pitch low for ball 1. Those were also just pure triples, too. No errors, even though you could maybe say a mental error out there, and right as she probably
Yeah.
should have taken that step back. But now McClintock's going to take home on the wild pitch. And again, another run here for the Applemen, make it a 13-7 game. 6 runs and 2 innings at least here from Musselman with just 1 out.
Yeah, and you give Musselman credit for fighting back with the adversity, but at the same time, it feels like for Hedgesville side of things, these have all kind of been mental errors that has allowed Musselman to come back in this game. It's just been costly mistakes that have kept the Applemen alive, but there you go defensively. They're able to step up and get out number 2 on the ground out.
Yep, 5-3 ground out there. Now 2 away here in the inning, and Mallow coming to the plate.
But you can contribute 4 runs to just outfield players, unfortunately misjudging fly balls.
Yeah, both teams will definitely be doing some drills this week, I think, on outfield fly balls, because we've seen a few miscues out there in the outfield. But again, they're young teams. This one's popped up into shallow left center field, and the shortstop, left fielder, or center fielder couldn't get there.
Yeah,
so
nobody could get there for that one. That's just a clean, beautifully placed hit.
And now Mallow will get a courtesy runner. Comes on here for the Applemen one. So it'll be Weber.
Sounds like Weber, yep.
A little courtesy run here with 2 gone in the inning. And that should be Shank, I believe, hitting.
Lily Shank.
Yep.
Is this the Stowe Cold theme song?
Yep.
You like that, Colin?
Yeah.
I mean, I like it too. I'm just saying. You were saying you were giving us the Shane O'Mac.
Shane O'Mac, yeah.
So your WWE reference is earned from Lily Shank here tonight.
I'm okay with that. You just got to make sure $1 for Hedgesville home games has the Shane O'Mac theme, and all is right in the world.
0-2 count with 2 away. Shank steps back into the batter's box. And the pitch misses outside for ball 1. Another throw down there as they're trying to keep the runner close over there at first. The courtesy runner, 1-2, 2 outs. Weber over there at first base. Boyer in the circle. Cleans off the softball and now delivers the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Shank goes down swinging. 3rd strikeout out of that spot here tonight. And we will head to the top of the 7th inning. Our score, Hedgesville 13, Musselman 7, as they do play to run there in the 6th. This is West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
What's up with the piano and funny glasses, Robbie? The Circle of what? Oh, you mean Floor Pool's Circle of Wellness event March 29th. Right, they have your entire wellness routine covered. Sweating it out in saunas to detoxify and relax your muscles, soaking in hot tubs for stress relief and improved circulation, swimming in a pool or endless pool for low-impact cardio and fitness, and chilling in cold plunges to boost your immune system and recovery. Yeah, cold plunges. The Circle of Wellness is a combination of therapies that addresses different aspects of your health. You can dive into all the benefits Saturday, March 29th at Floor Pools. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., you can take a swim and check out all the wellness elements to discover how each part of the circle can help you feel your best. Don't forget your swimsuit. I think your feathers qualify, Robbie. Guest swimmers will also be on hand for demonstrations. That's Saturday, March 29th at Floor Pools in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, and Martinsburg. Floor Pools, where relaxation meets revitalization.
7 Hedgesville as we begin the 7th. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Kyle McLaughlin. 20 runs put up here tonight, Colin. Definitely been an entertaining game.
Yeah, feels like a football game with this score, 13-7.
True.
Low-scoring football game, but a high-scoring softball game.
Yeah, maybe one that we would get between these two schools. Physical, run heavy.
Yeah, I don't know. You can ask Kyler if he had any games that were 13-7 back in his day.
Musselman won a game 6-0.
He says no.
Against Hedgesville, if you remember.
That's true, in the very wet conditions at Shepherd.
Top of the 7th, brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361.
And it's fitting with Coach Faircloth being the head coach now.
That's true.
Gotta have football scores.
I just fumbled my pencil.
That's my pencil, though.
Yeah. That I'm currently using.
You need a light? You got it?
No, I got it,
All
actually.
right.
I thought for a second I was going to be lost forever, but it was not.
I got others. Foul ball, by the way.
Yeah, 1-2 count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and we're here in the middle of the order. Dollar, the 4-5-6 due up, and this time they pitch to her and they strike her out.
There you go.
So Hoffman with a big strikeout there. And that will bring Miller to the plate, who's now in center field. Miller's had a good day. Single, RBI, 2 of those. So she got 2 singles and 2 RBIs. And triple. We ruled it. So, very good day for her. A 1 count with 1 away here in the inning, and the next pitch from Hoffman fouled away. So the Eagle bats have gone a little bit cold recently. They had a 1-2-3 inning back in the 6th and a strikeout here to lead off the 7th. They're behind here in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So Hoffman doing a nice job after re-entering the game in the circle. And the pitch. Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hoffman and the Applemen. And that will bring Hamlin to the plate.
Yeah, they're getting that outside corner called. It was consistent both times.
I mean, this is the toughest part of the order so far today for Hedgesville. I mean, the whole lineup, like we said earlier, has contributed. But, you know, this is where a lot of the RBIs have came. Yeah. Strike here to Hamlin with the first pitch there. She has a single, a double, and an RBI here so far. And the 0-1 to Hamlin from Hoffman is fouled off of her, as she did hit it into fair territory, but it hit off of her first.
Yep. Good eye, Nick.
Thank you.
Or good ears if you heard the umpire, I guess.
We saw it at about the same time, I'd say. Just kind of the way that ball bounced, it clearly wasn't hit fair.
Yeah.
So, back-to-back strikeouts here to begin the 7th. 0-2 count here again on an Eagle batter. And Hamlin looking to come through with another hit and continue this inning for Hedgesville. She'll take this pitch high and outside for ball 1.
I tried to get that outside corner again, but as you said, just too high this time.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hoffman steps back on the rubber and delivers. And this one hit back to her. And it's back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for the Hedgesville Eagles as the Applemen get out of the inning here once again. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Does Musselman have a miracle left in them? 13-7 our score. Stay tuned and find out. This is West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 1 minute. What do you think, Colin? Miracle Musselman?
I don't know.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Mark
Q's Plumbing and HVAC is here to solve your plumbing and heating problems while meeting your renovation needs. Now serving Berkeley, Jefferson, Hampshire, and Mineral counties. We're a family-owned and operated company that's fully licensed and insured. We can do kitchen and bathroom upgrades and remodels, plumbing, HVAC and light excavation, well pumps, water heaters, and drain clearing. Call 304-620-8013. Mark's Q's Plumbing and HVAC. We look forward to working with you.
Action, our score 13-7 Eagles as we enter the bottom of the 7th inning. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, Kyler High, our cameraman. Back in the studio is Alec Epperson. Bottom of the 7th is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. So, we are in the middle of the order. It's Hoffman, 5, 6, 7 due up here. Hoffman, Belcher, Washer. Hoffman had a big single her last time up. Get that 5th inning rally going. And the 1-0 to her is lined back up the middle. It's a 2-hit day for Allie Hoffman, who's turned into a star here tonight. She's been able to get some strikeouts. She had back-to-back and then a ground out there in the 7th. So a little bit of a rally here for Hoffman on both sides. And leadoff single here at 13-7. And now Belcher shows bunt. Hoffman leaning, though, down there at first and slides back in safely.
She almost didn't get back into the bag. Almost tried to slide too early.
Yeah, I almost kind of jinxed her of hyping her up with the way she pitched in the last half inning and the hits that she's had. As Belcher lays down the bunt, but it hits foul. 1-1.
Yeah.
Helped everything good with Rutherford, the second baseman who had to exit the game earlier. That's why Belcher's hitting here in this spot.
Let's see if she squares the bunt again.
Well, she's got a 1-1 count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I didn't expect her to bunt just because the way the count was at 1-1. Also, you're not really wanting to trade outs for just advancing a base runner when you're down 6 runs in your final 3 outs.
You can bunt for a hit, of course, and it's more
That's
likely
true.
in softball. As this one hits off the glove, and now you definitely, obviously with 2 strikes, you're not going to bunt.
Yeah, you're not bunting with 2 strikes, hopefully.
But now with a runner in scoring position, you definitely wouldn't. Well, some people would.
Be gutsy.
Not with 2 strikes, but with a runner in scoring position. The 2-2. High for ball 3.
Musselman dugout making some noise, trying to rattle Hedgesville.
Full count. The Applemen dugout has stayed in it despite the game at times being blowout. As Belcher lines this one into left center field, that will get down for a base hit. Runner coming around to score from second, and the Applemen have made it a 13-8 game as Belcher belches that one into left field.
It's been 7 straight unanswered runs now for Musselman. This game was 13-1. It looked like we were going to have a mercy rule and go home early, but then the tides completely shifted the Applemen way, and we'll see if they can continue. Looks like we got a pause here either with a contact or some dirt in the eye, possibly. Don't know.
Probably some dirt, I would guess, but I don't know for certain, but she appears to be okay.
Yeah.
Wow, what a rally. This has been a tale of 2 halves, if you will, even though it's not a sport that has halftime. So, Washer has already had a huge hit. She's the reason, partially, while we're still playing. She was able to line one into center field that got down and scored 3 runs and prevented the run rule. Now Washer will elevate this one into left field, but charging in is Shade and making the catch for out number 1. Got under it a little bit too much there. 13-8 our score, by the way, and Washer flies out to left field. And that will bring Wilson to the plate. Wilson, it's been a tough day for her. A pair of strikeouts and a ground out. One out here in the inning. Runner on first base is Belcher. And now Wilson's going to line this one into right field. That will get down for extra bases as that will roll all the way to the wall. Belcher is coming in to score, and Musselman's made it a 4-run game at 13-9. RBI double for Wilson, who is hitless at this point, but now we'll see. Maybe you make another pitching change and go back to Frankhauser here. I don't know, Colin.
I don't know either. It looks like there might be a change or at least a meeting right now going on, but this would be a disaster if Hedgesville can't put it together and get the job done.
Yeah, definitely no disrespect to Boyer, but it almost did kind of feel like a little early to be making the move with Frankhauser earlier. I remember you felt a little bit questionable about it at the time, and since then, I mean, there's been some hard contact here, especially here in the 7th inning from the Applemen. But they're going to let Boyer try to get through it. It is still a 4-run lead at 13-9. But you don't want to mess around, and this young Applemen team showing some fight. I mean, both these teams are young, like we said, so you never really know what to expect. It's almost like kind of just because of their ages, almost like a JV game with a lot of these players playing varsity at the young age.
Yes.
So, you can never really count it out. It's not like there's a big experience advantage for one team or anything like that. Brennan, though, has singled, and she scored a run back in the 5th. Got the rally started. Flew out her last time, though. 0-1 count with 1 out and a runner on second, and the pitch just missed for ball 1. And then we know who's up next, Lydia McClintock, who I would not pitch to, even if the bases are loaded at this point. She's got 2 triples. I mean, she's dangerous for sure. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. And we know she has home run power as well, so things could get crazy if you're able to get this base runner on here. But we'll see. If that is the case, 1-2, 1 out. Runner on second. The next pitch to Brennan, hit hard and foul down the first base line as it was just out of reach of the first baseman, Frankhauser. But either way, it was foul.
Yeah, you're happy if you're Musselman that was foul because Frankhauser guarding the lines was right there on top of the bag, ready to make the play if it was fair.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner on second base for Brennan. And the pitch from Boyer is foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. So, second strikeout for Brennan, and that will bring, though, Lydia McClintock back to the plate. And we'll see if they do pitch to her. She's got back-to-back triples. The other time she walked. Looks like they're going to at least try to face her, which 4-run game, you don't probably want to put base runners out there when you think about it that way, even with McClintock being as dangerous as she's been. If you put more runners on the base paths, it obviously extends things a little bit more. McClintock's going to pop up the short, so it ends up being the right decision for Hedgesville as they escape here with the win, 13-9. But Colin, a tremendous comeback here from Musselman as we'll go ahead and just roll into the postgame.
Let's do it. It was a good fight for them, but the comeback, unfortunately, for the Applemen not complete. Overall, though, great game. Hedgesville was able to survive the fight, which you like to see from a young team. But I got nothing other than that right now.
All right. Well, post-game show is brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. We'll go ahead and jump into our game summary, which is brought to you by the Manchester Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Looking back on this one, Hedgesville had a big lead. Like we mentioned earlier, they were able to get 2 across in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the 5th inning, I believe it was. And then they led big At one point, they were able to score 3 more in the 6th, and we thought they got this thing at 13-1. But that wasn't necessarily the case, as Musselman still had some fight. They were able to put up 5 there in that 5th inning to rally back and then eventually make it, a close game there at 13-6, or at least a respectable game enough to continue play. They end up scoring 3 more runs, but come up a little bit short here tonight. 13-9 your final. Give you some game stats here as well, which are brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. And some of the stats that stand out go to the batting for Hedgesville here first. Brown, an RBI single and an RBI double, 2 RBI double early in the game. You also had Dollar, of course, the single, the home run, then another home run, 3-run home run in the 2nd, and a solo shot in the 4th, as well as a walk for her and a strikeout. And then Miller, an RBI single, a triple, and an RBI single as well. Another single and an RBI double for Hamlin. Those were kind of the standouts on the Hedgesville side. On the Musselman side of things, Lydia McClintock with her 2 triples, a pair of walks, and a flyout to end the game for her, but overall a good performance. You had Hoffman with a pair of singles. She was the pitcher as well. Double for Wilson and RBI. Those were some of the standouts, as well as Mallow, of an RBI double and a single here tonight as well. And lastly, Colin, our player of the game, which we gave to very early in this one to Dollar. It definitely is well-deserved with the 2 home runs.
Yeah, 2 home runs. The first one just scraped over, and then the second one a no-doubter. So definitely the player of the game, and congrats to Hedgesville for the win.
Yep, Hedgesville gets the win 13-9. Our final score, player of the game, brought to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, for Kyler High, our cameraman, Alec Epperson back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from Musselman High School. We're back tomorrow of high school baseball. Spring Mills taking on Martinsburg at Spring Mills. Once again, our final score, 13-9. Musselman beats Hedgesville. Hedgesville beats Musselman. That'll do it for us.
The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is proud to be a gold-level sponsor for the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, then come and visit us at our booth, which spans from number 35 to 36 inside the Martinsburg Roundhouse, just to the left of the west entrance. This year's home show will take place on Saturday, March 29th and Sunday, March 30th. We hope to see you at the Roundhouse for the 28th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show.
The future doesn't wait. Why should you? Blue Ridge Community and Technical College offers over 60 degree and certificate programs in education, IT, culinary arts, engineering, and so much more. Small class sizes, flexible schedules with evening and online classes, affordable tuition, plus financial aid is available to those who qualify. Now you can go to college. Visit us online at blueridgectc.edu. That's blueridgectc.edu. Stop waiting and enroll today.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons number 1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Thank you for tuning into tonight's coverage of West Virginia High School softball. Today's game has been brought to you by Trips Flooring, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Larry DeMarco Team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, Hagerstown Ford, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields & Sons, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Floor Pools, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Palace Lounge, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Murius Group Ameriprise Financial Services LLC, and the Berkeley County Health Department. For more coverage of West Virginia high school sports, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. All rights reserved.